In the book Switch, How to Change When Change is Hard, Dan and Chip Heath share a strategy for change called the elephant and the rider. The idea is that if you would like to make change, you have to appeal to both the elephant and the rider. The elephant represents people's emotional motivation. This means that in order for people to make change happen, they have to feel good about the change. The rider represents people's direction. This means that in order for people to make change happen, there must be a clear pathway for the hoped-for change. When you're implementing a new initiative, such as adopting Emblaze, for example, in order to get your team on board, you'll need to provide motivation and clarity for both the elephant and the rider. Take a moment and think about why you want to use Emblaze, or why you want to do internships. Envision the outcomes you're reaching for. Is it that you'll be offering students the opportunity to experience internships for the first time? Think about the pride your students will feel when they're treated as professionals, or the excitement that they'll have as they're exhibiting their first projects from their internships. If you have an existing internship program and want to use Emblaze to better track your students' requests, interests, and experiences, envision how you'll be able to use Emblaze to log their hours, or the elegant way the system will streamline your students' contact requests into an easy-to-access dashboard for your internship coordinator. This vision is the picture you'll need to paint for your team. As you move toward adoption, you can start by asking your team to identify current obstacles to internships, or challenges that they're encountering with managing all the information they need for their students. You provide motivation to the elephant when you can show them that your plan will address those challenges and help overcome those obstacles. You could show a video of a student in a meeting with a mentor from the Learning Big Picture unit on internships and communication or internship projects. You could show them a demo video from the Emblaze 101 course. Make sure you involve all your key stakeholders in this vision setting. You'll get your rider going in the right direction when you provide clear directions. Change is hard when we don't understand what is required, or more specifically, what is required of us. Make clear, easy-to-understand steps for your team. For example, instead of saying, "We need to prepare a bulk upload," you could say, "Advisors, I need each of you to fill in the information you have for students' current mentors. You can use this form I'm providing. Please email that to our internship coordinator this week." This direction provides specific, easy-to-understand directions with a tool to organize the work, a form, clarity on who they can submit it to, the internship coordinator, and a deadline, this week. A simple version of the process for starting Emblaze could look like this. Upload all existing information to Emblaze. We'll get our logins and passwords. The staff gets to play with Emblaze. Students have a gathering to learn about Emblaze. Students can start requesting sites through Emblaze. The internship coordinator can start approving those sites. Students can start logging their internship hours. Staff and students will reflect on how it's going. We'll do additional professional development and training as needed. Success! As you're about to take each step, explain to your team what will be required of them, specifically for that step. For example, with step number 5, you could say, "This Thursday from 10:30 to 12 o'clock, we're asking advisors to have any students who don't have internships log into Emblaze and request at least 3 sites they're interested in contacting. Advisors will gather today after school for 15 minutes to discuss how this went." Clear, realistic expectations, specific deadline. The last thing that the Heath brothers mention in their elephant and rider analogy is the path. If you want your elephant's journey of change to be successful, you will have to clear the path and make it easy and more fun to stay on the path than it is to leave it. How can you make your path slope downward instead of upward? Are there things you could do to make it easier for your students and staff to adopt Emblaze? For example, do all students and staff have access to computers? Could they use their smartphones? Can you provide release time for teachers to do training modules on Learning Big Picture? Can you provide snacks or a fun event to kick off your introduction to Emblaze? Remember, for successful change to happen, motivate the elephant with a vision for success and examples of how your plan will make lives better. Get the rider going with a clear, realistic set of steps. Carve out a fun, easy path to get us moving. Happy trails to you and your team.